I was always fascinated with martial arts as a kid growing up. And when other kids were asking for PlayStations or Nintendos, I was asking my parents for Bowflex. I was asking my parents for a heavy tie bag out back that I could strike with.
Michael was an MMA fighter. He wrestled, he grappled, and knocked people out. The amount of stresses and strains he put on his low back and his body were quite extreme.
I can tell you where I was at the moment I knew I had a problem. I was on Christmas vacation. I literally reached over to grab soap in the shower, and when I did, I felt a sharp pain shoot through my back. I spent the rest of the entire vacation walking literally at a 90-degree angle with my hands on my knees. I didn't know what was wrong, but I knew something was bad wrong. I'm gonna do the ice. Well, the ice isn't working. I'm gonna do the heat. Well, the heat's not working. Okay, the chiropractor. I'm gonna see the chiropractor. I did the facet injections. I did the rhizotomies. I did the epidurals. But I'm still not truly healed and getting better. When you're living in pain, you don't know anything but pain.
It was really hard watching him suffer. I would have taken his pain if I could have. It was horrible. I didn't want to beg him to have surgery, but I knew it was eventually going to happen.
I felt like I was essentially robbing Lindsay. You know, I wasn't 100% for her. And for me to not be able to give her everything, that wasn't an option.
Then the next step was, who do we trust? Who do we feel is making the best decision for your health?
He came in a lot of pain, a lot of discomfort. He had been struggling for a very, very long time. And as we kind of talked through the process, I showed him what we were going to do and what the reasons were.
He spent well over an hour with us, discussed that he was going to do further imaging to customize the cages and rods for him. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is over the top.
Everybody's spine has different shapes to it, even if you don't have any curves to your spine. The traditional implants are blocks. What something like aprevo, the inner body, allows us for is we're able to predict what your curve needs to be and how that might be different than my curve needs to be and where the curves need to be. The 3D printed patient-specific implant takes all of that into account based on the preoperative planning that we have and makes the implant specific for that patient so it can key in and into all the nooks and crannies that traditional implants can't.
When he started talking about personalizing it to me, creating something for me, rather than my body being asked to conform to some standardized piece of equipment that's universally made for everybody. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. I'm 5 months out post-surgery. I'm looking forward to be just a normal guy, to be able to go on vacations and walk and not have to sit down. I've moved into a new home over the weekend. I had a 26-foot truck and I loaded it twice and unloaded it twice and moved into a 4,300 square foot home. To be able to feel like I can grab both kids and pick them up at the same time. The things that I used to be able to do, that's really what I want for the future, is just to get me back.
He's back, recovered, he's strong, his alignment is good. He's not allowed to wrestle or grapple, but he's allowed to do just about everything else.
You can get to the life that you've always loved having, traveling. Now I can't keep up with him.
My only regret with the back surgery was I wish I would have done it sooner. I didn't have to suffer for so many years, but I didn't realize there was personalized treatment available for me. So that's what I would tell patients that are suffering. Stop suffering. Go look for solutions. You've spent enough time hurting. Start focusing your efforts on healing.